Yeah, what's up, people? This is Mugzy, and you're tuning in to Unity News 810.
All right, so Rain Brady, aka Muggsy, right?
That's right, man.
What's up
Yeah,
with you, man? How you been?
good, man. Yeah, it's 8:35 a.m. over here in Australia, man. So I think I'm in the future right now, which is crazy.
I know, Bugs. It's like literally like 5:34 p.m. over here too, bro. It's like wow. Like I mean, we
Yeah,
we got Muggsy here all the way from Sydney, Australia, guys. Come on now,
it's pretty insane, man.
right?
That's the fun of the internet. You can connect with anyone worldwide. So I don't even know if I sound Australian or not, man. I've lived here my whole life, so people say I do, but I don't even know. I can't even pick up on my own accent, man. So um, yeah, I suppose we all don't sound like Crocodile Dundee, man.
Yes. So Muggs, how is it like the atmosphere and the culture out there, man? How is it from your experience?
Man, yeah, well, I can tell you one thing. We do love our alcohol, man. Especially beer. We just drink it non-stop, man. God, what can I say? It's pretty much just, dang, man, it's normal. Like we always get the cliches, do you ride kangaroos and stuff to work? And we're like, no, we don't do that, man. We actually catch trains and that kind of thing. Man, I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. Maybe if you give
Wow.
me some questions, I could answer them, man. But yeah,
Okay.
we're just pretty good. Yeah.
Right. So so yeah, but so what type of music do you do? Like is it more of
Uh,
like inspirational rap or is it more hardcore or like what music lane are you in that you want to tell the audience?
yeah, man. I pretty much do like I grew up at a time, man, like of '90s and early thousands hip hop, man. So, um, I always like to express myself through lyrics. Just I kind of give back to the youth and the kids that don't really like have nothing, man. Like they've either just been kind of a loner, or they just don't have no one in their corner, man. And I'm just that voice to make them see a better light and just change their ways, because I went through that as a young kid, man. And then when I found hip hop, it gave me sort of a light to change my ways, man, and make something better of myself. So that I guess you can call it inspirational rap, but um, yeah, man, just there's always a message through my lyrics. I'm not really the flossy kind of party up in here type, even though that's cool if you want to get the girls to dance in the club, man. But I think you got to have some inspirational message through it as well too. So yeah, that's me, man.
So like how many mixtapes and albums have you came out with?
I've only done two at the moment, man. I've kind of been slacking at the moment. My last album, Understand Me, came out in 2013. So, after that, I kind of got into the whole acting game and the whole acting industry. So, it's really been pulling me away from the music, because it's been giving me constant work and stuff.
Like do you have like a specific producer that you work with or like how many producers like do you collaborate with? Or do you make your own
Um,
beats?
yeah, man. My producer that did Understand Me was a guy called Pablo, and he found me at a youth center gig one time when I was just starting out, and like I was getting a bit of a buzz from the name, and he was like, I got this studio and stuff, do cheap prices, and for good quality work and this kind of thing. And most recording studios nowadays, man, they just cost you a fortune. You pretty much go bankrupt, because putting money into your craft, man, kind of need those home studio things.
Mm-hmm.
So, we I connected with him, and just over like almost a year process, man. We were just chopping it up, and he was like a mad scientist in the studio, man. Like he would know. It was weird. It was like I would give him, like at first I'd give him my lyrics without giving him a beat or anything. He'd just read through the lyrics, and he'd just be like, "I know exactly what type of beat that you want."
Basically able to capture the sound that you wanted, basically, right?
Man,
Wow.
he would look at it, and then he would say, he'd be like, "All right, understand me. So, what's your vibe? Kind of like an Eminem mixed with like a Tupac kind of vibe, like inspirational message." I'd be like, "Man, how the hell did you know that?" Like, I could have just said to you, "No, I want a full like banging party track or something just with inspirational lyrics or something," even though that wouldn't match. And he's like, he'd just be like, "No, no, no, I can't see that." So, yeah, it's just weird.
Like, what is like, are you trying to reach the American audience, or are you just trying to, like, right now just kind of expand locally?
To be perfectly honest with you, man, I feel like most of my excuse me, most of my uh, opportunities, like my radio play, interviews, and magazine features, are coming from the States, man. Like
Right.
we have a lot of we have a lot of respect and love for the culture of hip hop here in Australia, man. We love it, but there's so many people that claim to be a rapper, but they there's so much criticism over here that it's absolutely insane. It's like this whole authentic uniqueness in your, I don't know. It's like if you try and sound American, or I don't know, tweak your style to a different kind of flavor, like that's tossing up towards the American style. It's kind of like you're not authentic and unique to your own country of Australia. So it's like you instantly get hated on. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just like if you don't sound quote unquote Australian, it's like we're not gonna run with you sort of thing. And I just feel like, man, from all this criticism and not bringing like the stuff new to the table. This is why we're not progressing in the industry. This is why no one really hears about Australia hip hop on the map, because we're not, everything that gets brought to the table. It's like, well, does that sound unique to our roots? It's like, well, I just took a bit of inspiration maybe from the UK or Japan or Australia. I mean USA, wherever. It's like, yeah, well, it's not Australia, so we're running with it. And it's like, well, we're just going to be staying in the same position if we don't move forward, man. So
Right.
I'm kind of rambling on a bit, man. But
No, no, no. You good,
nah,
Mugs? You
yeah,
good?
I just take any opportunity like I can, man, because like I always think any exposure is great exposure, man. It doesn't matter to me. Like I get guys and like other artists and stuff reaching out to me, man, like daily, and they're just starting out, and or they don't have like a massive following yet, or nothing, and they're like, hey, can you check out my stuff, or hey, do you want to collab? And I'm always down to help the next person in need, man, because when I came up, I would try and do the same thing when I was starting out, and I'd get so many people like, well, why would we run with you if you have no one behind you at the moment? And then looking back on that, I kind of think, well, why would I bring the next person down that's going for the same dream that I want to go for? So that's how I look at it, man, for sure. Yeah.
So Mugs, so what basically inspired you to want to start rapping? What made you say, like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be an MC. What made you fall in love with hip hop?
When I was back in high school, man, like I was about 14, 15. Like I guess you could call me the kind of like shy kid before any of this happened. I was kind of like the little loner, and yeah, I just used to get like punked and bullied a lot, man, like physically and abusively and stuff, man. And it just caught like at that age. Yeah, that's why I can always relate to these young teenagers sometimes. Like I can always relate because at that age you can't see a future. You can't see like into the future of like, hey, this is just a passing thing, a growing up thing. It's all going to change when you're older. You can't think in the now of like the world's against me and this kind of thing. And it causes you into a dark hole of just anger and hate and like even depression and suicide and stuff. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I felt into. Like I thought, well, if this is happening to me, like why should the world need me anymore? And I contemplated it a few times, and then around that time, I got myself an iPod. I remember buying one or something, and I started listening to like, it sounds cliche because I'm a white boy, but it's like Eminem and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just the aggression and the this image of just like I suppose just not giving. I don't know if I can curse on your show, man.
No, you're
Yeah,
fine. You're
not giving.
fine.
Yeah, and not giving a fuck, man. And it just it was just a voice to be heard, and I thought, all right, let me try and drop down some rhymes and stuff like that. And then ever since then, man, it's just never looked back. I knew I dropped down rhymes, but then I knew I had to write full songs. And then when I started doing full songs, I did an album, and then ever since then, man, I've never looked back.
What is the future like for you with your music? Like, what are you planning to do? Like in the next year or two or five or whatever? Are you doing any tours, any shows, or anything like that? So let them know real quick.
Honestly, man, like I want to do this third album. Of course, it's going to be a two disc.
Hmm.
I don't have a title or anything for it yet, but I know Puck and Outcast, like they did two discs and stuff. Like they were the two artists that did a two disc. So I want to be the next one, man. Bring as much content out as possible.
Hmm.
But yeah, like also next year, man, I want to sort of like holiday, but also music wise. I've always wanted to go to New York, man, and go to South Bronx, man. Just stand in Sedgwick Avenue where it all started, man, 1520, and just reminisce on like just the standing era, like the birthplace of where this culture started. That'd just be a dream come true, man. So I want to go. I want to go to New York, man, next year, and hopefully just like live that out, or just go to Rockaway Park as well, man, and see a ball game or something. It'd just be insane, especially for like an alien guy like across the world, man. So
Right.
it's crazy. People look at me like, because I was born in the '90s, man, and hip hop was born in the '70s, and it's like. People think like, how do you know about that? If that was like 20 years ago before your birth. And I said, well, I like to do my homework, man. I like to know the roots of what this culture is that came from. So, yeah, I just love to stand in front of that place, or even just reminisce with the people, man, for sure.
Awesome, bro. Yes, yes. So yeah, Muggs, that is very, man, most definitely. I wish you nothing but the best, man, and that's what's going to happen, bro. Because I hear it. I know when I hear talent, and let me tell you, folks, this guy is awesome, man. So Muggs, as we before we get ready to wrap up, like, what encouraging message you want to give to a lot of aspiring rappers, artists, or whatever, anybody who is like stuck in a little mode right now, what would you want to tell them?
I think, man, just if you love the craft, to and this is all you want to do and stuff, just do it, man. Like we only get one shot at life, man. So it's kind of like whatever the naysayers say, or whoever's trying to bring you down and put you back in that hole, just be your own person and that kind of thing, man. Like just know that if you love this craft as or this culture, and give it as much respect as you do, you're pretty much a part of the culture already, and it'll show you love back, man. So just go for your dream, man. That's what I'm doing. So that's what the next person should be doing, man, for sure.
So I mean, like I cannot wait till your new album come out next year. Your third album, two discs, folks. I mean, that's plenty of content, material, music right there. Check out Muggsy on Reverb Nation also. Is it Reverb Nation? Yeah, Reverb
Yeah.
Nation / Muggsy, Facebook.com, YouTube.com, Twitter.com / Muggsy. Right. Instagram too, right?
No, sadly, man, I don't even have an
Oh
Instagram,
man,
man.
Muggsy, you gotta
So
jump on
yeah,
Instagram. You on SoundCloud, right?
yeah.
Uh,
Well, no, actually, yeah, I've got SoundCloud, man, but I mainly use Reverb Nation because you go up in the charts and the worldwide charts and stuff, man. So that's like each play and each download and stuff like gets me more up in the charts. So I'm number one in New South Wales here in Australia, and number three in all of Australia. So trying to hit number one.
Yes, thank you, man. Thank you, brother.
Mm.
All right, man. We signing out right now, everyone. Uni News 810.